I think that most B2B startups or any company that's looking to do enterprise sales and eventually have a SaaS tenant for each one of their customers, I think that the management, the roles, and everything with Descope was amazing, and it saved us a lot of time. So I think if you're looking to deploy a product really fast, Scope is probably the best option right now. Hi, I'm Roizman. I'm the CTO of Lema AI. We're a third-party risk management startup based out of Israel. We've already gotten our seed round, and we're currently developing our product and starting to work with our first customers. Since we're an enterprise sales startup, usually, from my experience, single sign-on is the first thing a customer experiences out of the product. The first thing that a customer experiences is our login page. Now, when you start working with an enterprise customer, especially in the financial areas, the first thing they do is a single sign-on with Google or Microsoft. And if that doesn't work, you start the relationship on bad terms, because now they're going to second guess a lot of things that you do. Mostly the things that we were looking to solve is having something that's easy to implement. It's not going to create a lot of strain of development. Since we have a very lean team and we wanted to not have to deal with a lot of things, we wanted to be able to create a multi-tenant environment without having to do a lot of manual work for each tenant that we're creating. We were looking at specifically how easy it is to implement, how much code do we have to contribute, does it answer all of our needs, and is it customizable enough for us to actually be able to grow alongside it. Reviewing other options showed that they are either not customizable or just a nightmare to work with. And then between using an open source and Descope, we decided that we don't want to have to solve a lot of problems ourselves, because Descope also has a community around the product right now, and it was the best option for us. In-house development would have taken us 3 weeks out of the get-go. So just initially starting to work with Descope saved us 3 weeks of our developers. So if this morning we talked with a company and they wanted to start a POV with us and start evaluating the product, within 10 minutes, they already had a tenant running and they could start working with it. So basically, it turned our deployment time to 0 when we start working on new environments. From the security angle, I think that there are two main things that we've experienced, which are amazing for us. The first one is that because Descope already has all the certifications we need and it's deployed in the locations that we need, we didn't have to implement a database ourselves, and we didn't have to do a lot of the things that you usually do in identity management when you do in-house development. The second thing is the fact that when we did our SOC 2 and when we did our pen test, Descope was pretty much taking a whole chunk of how we manage our identities and just making that a lot more easier, because Descope has already gone through a lot of pen tests. So they passed the one that we did amazingly. And also in our SOC 2 report, using Descope really allowed us to not have to create a lot of policies and collect evidence, because we know that there's a platform that we trust. And since we are not implementing it ourselves, then it saved us a lot of time in the process.